Alright, today's the day. Let's pull this fucking motor. So we're getting her out slowly but surely. It takes a lot of repositioning, and having that balancer is a big fucking thing. Now, when I'm taking mine out, normally I want to get so close that I'm bunching up against this fucking line here. Don't want to fuck it up, but it just comes really, really close, and that's just the way it is. And then what you also have is, let me see if I can see it, is, where is it? It's like, so it's in there. That screw is for the, it's the recirc valve. And what it is it's hitting against the metal. Now I made an indentation, but it will get caught. If it's your first time doing it, it'll get caught. So before you turbo your car, you definitely want to bang out the path of which it's going to go, because it's still even a pain in the ass once you've banged it, but it's damn near impossible if you haven't. No. And so what else? So I definitely got that other heater core line, and I gotta get the heater core line down there. It's kind of hidden underneath my fuel lines, but once I get the engine out a bit more, it'll probably give it a little stretch, but I'll have more access. But I can't forget that one. All the rest of my stuff, and you definitely want to watch your clearances to your lines and your power steering lines that are going along the subframe, because they get banged up quite a bit. But we're definitely clear of that. It's more of an issue going back in, honestly. So, all right, let's keep going. So I got the engine out, and it definitely need a better motor mount situation. for just hanging it out, but this will do for a minute. So if you're gonna DIY, just drop life hack 101. Use parts you already have in front of you. Yeah, so hey, let's look at the carnage, shall we? I know I've been waiting for that. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So if you'll feast your eyes on that, that is my window block. That is a freaking rod coming through. Awesome, right? And it goes up more, but so this happened on both sides of the front. So there's the other side. Can you believe that shit? Just all the way through, both sides. You can almost see the other side. I can't wait to pull the oil pan and see what the hell that looks like. I'm definitely gonna have some paperweights once I open this thing up. But so I definitely need to make more clearance because I don't like ripping all that up. That's a shame right there with the titanium wrap. I gotta come over here and bang out some more. I really gotta give it a good beating, I think. Show it his boss. Anyways, so here's my fuel regulator, right? This is my feed line, right? My feed line, I don't know what they were thinking. Like when they did my feed line, it runs like right next to the exhaust pipe, but then it comes up in a good spot where it's not a problem. But the return line, well, I don't like the sensor so freaking in a hot spot. But yeah, I mean, the turbo lives right about, the exhaust of the turbo lives right around here. That sucks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all this shit. I'm going to pull the metal return line, and I'm going to run some braided line. And I'm going to run them in pairs across and over. So, and on the outer frame rail, not on the inside of the frame rail like they did it next to the exhaust pipes. So we'll get that party started at some point. This has worked out pretty good. I don't see any scrapes or marks since I painted that, which means it hasn't touched. All this is just from install and pulling it out. This is the pain in the ass right here. You definitely want to hit that in when you're trying to get it out, or it just snags on there. But yeah, that's a major point right there. I gotta bang that out. Anyways, yeah, you can see a lot of the carnage. There's like little metal bits everywhere. I mean, I'd be sad about it, but why? I mean, it's just another project, right? So, yeah. So in the meantime, I'll get to looking at all the internals. The other thing is, I don't know what to do about running one of these fuel pressure gauge inside the car. I just don't know where the heater core is and where it ends, or if I should just run a bunch of fittings, and then there's a spare grommet right there. I could probably use that. But I don't know where that goes to. So, I mean, I really gotta figure that one out. There's work to do on that. I mean, this extra piece of fucking metal here just makes it harder to get in there and see what's up. But, yeah. Anyways, so edges out of the car. The only casualty was one wire that I forgot about last time. The same fucking wire. I don't know how I miss it every time. It's like right in front of me. And the clutch almost had it, but I got that out. So, yeah. We will get... So, I mean, we got a lot of stuff to swap out of here. I got spark plugs in there. They got I don't know. I might get my spark plugs now that the engine blew itself up. Yeah. I gotta get my my solid engine mounts off, power steering, alternator, AC, all that shit's coming off. and then we'll just swap it over, get the party going. I got a lot of learning to do on this one, so you're gonna be there right there with me. So I'm taking off the bolts for my transmission. I feel like it's the next step, honestly, in getting this project going. Once the transmission's off, I can have a good look at the clutch. Not like I really need to. Clutch always worked great. Had some weird little jingly sound to it. I don't know if that's the sound of an aftermarket, you know, two-plate, or if that's just them fucking slapping it together like they slapped everything else together on my car. So I've got the clutch out. That's my OS Gickin GT with the hard plate, and that is 700 horsepower capable or limited clutch. So we're gonna get that out at some point today. First things first. So I did get this beastie out. It's not too dirty in there. You can see I've got my my HD slave in there and all that. It's chilling. Look, man, there's so many sensor wire connections. I went ahead and just chopped it. It's chopped on the other one, so I'll just mend it one to the other and call it good. Now when you're dealing with high heat, because this is so close to the turbos where it would be there, you have to clamp them. You can't just fucking solder them, because the solder will just disappear. So I just got to order some clamps for these wires and go from there. There's my old block looking sad. To mount it, I mean, I'm not using my fucking solid mounts to sit it on something. I actually use the brackets they're sitting on, which are perfectly fine for this task. Yeah. So it's sitting there. It's still spewing out shit, but I'm cleaning it up as I go. Now, the task is to take all the top bits off this and get my brackets hooked up to this, and somehow get this close enough so that I can get it on the hoist. I might just have to muscle this shit out of it to try to get it over. And I've done shit like that before, so it looks like that's probably what I have to do. Not a big deal, not a major deal, because it's on a mini pallet. If it was on the big pallet, I would be like, fuck, man. But that mini pallet, I can kind of just move along till the edge and try to just get this thing, put it on long chains and just kind of swing it off. Okay, so my wheel dollies came in clutch, and promise you that this thing weighs exactly what it said on the manifest. 400 pounds is, holy my fucking goodness. Trying to get this thing on wheel dollies, yeah. I basically slid it off that pallet onto the dollies, onto the wheel dollies. But still, it was a fucking mission. Part of doing these projects is prep, and this is exactly what I wanted to accomplish right now. Was to get this motor, that's my donor motor, close enough, because that's gonna go right here. And then get my part out motor basically as far away and next to each other, so I could just start the process, just swapping out. Kind of leaning forward. Probably fix that before I go. But yeah, I can probably keep this over here, and I got plenty of space for material. Man, I got plenty of workspace now. And yeah, Tranny can sit in the corner over there, so we're good. All right. So I'm gonna leave this till tonight because it's fucking hot out. I'm gonna wait for it to cool down a bit, and then I'm just gonna chill out on a chair, just fucking swapping parts. Alright, so we're making some progress. So I took some of the components off. I got the starter motor. Those are already off. That's the AC. It's my power steering pump. Alternator, of course. And let's see. So I also ripped up all that titanium wrap off there. Some of it's still hanging on for life. Yeah, that's some messy shit. Wear some long sleeves for that. I did not. Yeah, I'm a dumbass. So if you want to see some of the carnage, where is it? I can't see it with the... Okay, there it is. Yeah, awesome, right? That's just insanity. That is a huge fucking window in the side. Of course, the other side's got pieces sticking through, which is kind of funny. Well, it's funny in a way. Anyways, so I definitely got this hooked up. Oh yeah, the oil pan, right? So confetti, of course, and yeah. So there's not much to see there. It's just, you know, fucking confetti. So yeah, so I took the top off. I got this ready so I can hang this. And when I finally get the spacer off, I can swap the spacer onto here. I mean, that bright stuff shit, man, that shit sticks forever. I'm gonna have to get a razor blade and get in there, really fucking try to dig it out. But yeah, we're